It is good to see you, Brooklyn. Mostly just because it's nice to see attractive people again. You have no idea. Half of this nation now looks like it was conceived when a burlap sack fucked a jar of high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, laugh at it. I have to drive through these places and have sex with these people. And I know what you're thinking. Johnny, you don't have to have sex with him. Yes, I do! Because I am trying to dilute their gene pool. Johnny Azari, the brave Iranian American hero, traveling from coast to coast, fornicating with Midwestern soccer mom and Southern trailer trophy alike, in an effort to water down the white, racist, redneck, cracker, Trump-supporting Geno of America in a campaign to kill Toby Keith's career. I'm a fucking hero. One camel jockey load at a time. I'm making America a little more blue for you. Just call me Uncle Saddam. I know I was on the subject of narcissistic, hacked artists who are undeserving of their career. So, let's talk about me for a moment, huh? I was born in Shiraz, and for all the white people in here who just thought to themselves, you were born in a bottle of wine? No, you fucking idiots. I mean, my mom was definitely drunk when she gave birth to me, but that's not... Shiraz is a southern city in the country of Iran. And when I was 1 year old, two things happened. One, I had to leave Iran as a refugee. And the other thing that happened is I spoke perfect American English. And I said to my mother and father, I said, Mother and Father, dearest, why must we leave this beatific land? If you would take a gander about you, you will notice that the trees are laden with fruit. The water floweth like wine from the faucet, yes. And there's a gentle cloud of opium smoke everywhere. Why would we leave Eden? And they said, well, you're a little young to understand this, yes you are. But you see, what's happened is a fascist, murdering, totalitarian regime has taken power. Coochie coochie coo. And they mean to murder our asses, so we best get the fuck out this motherfucker right quick! So I left Iran as a refugee, and I was relocated to New York City. And I lived in New York City for 29 years, and I looked around after 29 years, and I was like, shit, it's happening all over again! A fascist, murdering, totalitarian regime has taken power here as well. But instead of using soldiers and bullets, they're using bankers and Lady Gaga. Let me get the fuck out this motherfucker right quick. So I left New York as a refugee. And I relocated my happy ass to New Orleans, Louisiana, which is essentially just a refugee camp for New Yorkers who couldn't hack it. They all down there, they have shorts and a beard, and that's all they do. They are retired fucking hipsters. It's the saddest thing you ever saw in your life. And when I first, a lot of people ask me, what's New Orleans like? And I say, well, picture your city and just remove the police department. How much more fun would you be having? A lot more, that's how much more. It's a fucking hoot right up until you get shot. But when I first moved down to New Orleans, my father came to visit me. And my dad was silent for the first 2 days. Now, my father is a very verbose and opinionated individual. I did not come from nowhere. And I was like, why is my dad silent? I think New Orleans broke him. Father, speak to me. Did that final synapse in your brain that was staving off senility, did it snap on the sweet honeysuckle scent of freedom that is the New Orleanian breeze? Father, just blink if you can understand. But on the third day, he piped up. He's like, I know why you moved to New Orleans. It's like, oh, pray tell, Bubba Bear. Why did I move to New Orleans? It's like, well, it's hotter than hell. Nobody's working. And everybody's high out of their minds. You just went home. That's why I love my dad, because he's a funny fuck, but never when he means to be. Like one time we were at dinner and there was an artist at the dinner with us. This artist was poor as shit, talking about how he was living off of rice and beans, at the same time going off on this diatribe about the tenets of capitalism and how it is the best system for which to govern society. And about a minute into this idiotic soliloquy from this moron, my dad just interrupts him and he's like, excuse me, I have a question. If you are a capitalist, where is your motherfucking capital? There are 5 of you living in a studio apartment sharing a single bar of soap. I believe they call that socialism. Might want to try that shit on for size. Capitalism ain't working out too good for you. My father does not speak like this, by the way, at all. I made my dad into like the drunken crackhead Persian Richard Pryor. I don't know why. I just like to talk like this. But my favorite story about my dad is one time I was driving with him and I put on that Sam Cooke song, the one that's like, don't know much about history, don't know much about biology, don't know much about algebra. And about a minute into the song, my dad just looks at me and he's like, damn, this motherfucker don't know much about anything. Father, it's a sweet love song. He's trying to explain that he doesn't have all the answers, but he knows that he loves this special little lady. Dad's like, well, I hope she's not an ignorant bitch like him. The last thing this world needs is more stupid people making more stupid people. That's the best I can do with the Persian accent, is put the E in front of the S. Like, spaghetti. Starbucks. Spank the bitch on the sphincter. All right, folks. Big news. You guys ready? Some big news? Dear Lord, I've seen a cheerleader on lithium with more spirit than that. Give me an... Lithium's too complicated of a word to spell while you're on lithium. I'm just gonna lay here and touch myself. Big news. I got married. No, do not do that. Do not applaud that shit.